Thank you for watching this presentation today. A public meeting was held on June 20th to kickstart the Zoning Code Update project. This is a major undertaking that will significantly impact the town's future growth, development, and quality of life. This meeting was designed to introduce the project, outline its objectives and scope, and clarify everyone's roles and responsibilities. Most importantly, it will establish the ways in which we will involve you, the public, in this process. A committee will be created that will include members from the Planning Commission, Town Board, city figures, and, of course, there are all of you, the community members, who will play an essential role. Public participation is not just important, it's crucial. Zoning codes impact everyone, from where we live and work to how we move around the town. Therefore, it's only fitting that everyone has a say in how these codes are updated. We are committed to maintaining transparency and ensuring that your voices are heard throughout this project. We invite your ideas, your concerns, and your suggestions as we move forward together. Thank you again for your time and your commitment to the community. Now, let's dive deeper into the Zoning Code Update project. This is a major undertaking that will significantly impact the town's future growth, development, and quality of life. This meeting is designed to introduce the project, outline its objectives and scope, and clarify everyone's roles and responsibilities. As some of you may be aware, zoning codes are a set of regulations governing land use within the town. They dictate what can be built where, and they influence the daily lives in many ways, from the location of residential and commercial areas to the availability of parks and community facilities. So why update these zoning codes? The town is dynamic and constantly evolving. The zoning codes that were once effective may no longer serve the community's current needs or future aspirations. As we grow and change, so must the zoning codes. The primary goal in updating the zoning codes is to ensure they help us build a town that is sustainable, all-encompassing, and prosperous. We aim to create codes that encourage balanced growth, preserve the character of the neighborhoods, enhance the business districts, and protect the environment. Additionally, this update is not happening in isolation. It is part of the town's larger vision for future development. This vision includes urban design elements, update of use types in downtown, setbacks, screening requirements, low-impact development, and historic preservation as outlined in the town's comprehensive plan. By updating the zoning codes, we're taking a crucial step towards realizing this vision. We would like to stress that while we, the project team, bring a lot of professional expertise to this process, we don't have all the answers. That's where you, the community, come in. Your insights, your experiences, and your aspirations for the town will help guide us as we work to update these codes. The Zoning Code Update project will unfold over several phases, each with key milestones and opportunities for community involvement. Phase 1: Research and Analysis. During this initial phase, we will review the current zoning codes and identify areas that need updating. We'll conduct research on modern zoning practices and assess the unique needs of the town. This stage is crucial for setting the foundation of the project. We invite community members to contribute their insights and experiences with the current zoning codes during the public workshops. Phase 2: Drafting new zoning codes. With a solid understanding of what needs to change, we'll begin drafting the new codes. This will involve a lot of technical work behind the scenes, but we'll also hold public meetings to share the progress and gather feedback. Phase 3: Public Review and Feedback. Once we have a draft of the new codes, we'll share them with the public for review. This will be a crucial time for community input. We'll host a series of public hearings to gather your comments, concerns, and suggestions. Phase 4: Revision and Adoption. Based on your feedback, we'll revise the draft codes. The revised codes will then be presented to the Town Council for approval. If approved, they will be formally adopted and implemented. Phase 5: Monitoring and Adjustment. After the new codes are implemented, we will monitor their impact and make any necessary adjustments. Continued public input will be crucial during this phase to ensure the codes are working as intended. The entire project is estimated to take less than 2 years, but please note that this timeline is tentative and may be adjusted as needed. We are committed to getting it right rather than getting it done quickly. Remember, your participation is not just welcomed, it's essential. Your insights and feedback at each stage will help shape the future of the town. To give you a clearer sense of the timeline for this project, let's look at each phase in more detail. Phase 1, Research and Analysis. We anticipate this phase to take approximately 6 months. This phase will kick off immediately after this meeting, with this kickoff meeting the first public engagement. We will gather information through surveys as we move forward through this phase. Phase 2, Drafting new zoning codes. This technical stage of the project is expected to begin around month and continue for 6 months. The aim is to share initial drafts with the community by January 2024. Phase 3, Public Review and Feedback. We expect to enter this critical stage around February of 2024, and it should last approximately through April of 2024. We'll schedule a public hearing and online session for your feedback during this time. Phase 4, Revision and Adoption. Based on your feedback, we'll revise the drafts and present the proposed codes to the Town Council for approval. We hope to reach this stage by November of 2024. Phase 5, Monitoring and Adjustment. After the new codes are implemented, we'll monitor their effectiveness and make any necessary adjustments. This phase will begin post-implementation and continue indefinitely to ensure the codes stay relevant and effective. This is the estimated timeline, but I want to emphasize that these dates are subject to change. The focus is on doing this right and ensuring we take the time needed to create zoning codes that truly reflect the town's needs and aspirations. We'll make sure to keep you updated on any changes to this timeline and inform you of key meetings and hearings. We look forward to your continued involvement throughout this project. Every successful project relies on clear roles and responsibilities. Here's how the team is structured for this zoning code update. Project Team. The project team will be led by the consultant and town manager. The team will handle the day-to-day management of the project, including research, drafting new codes, and organizing public engagement activities. Town Departments. Various town departments will be involved in the project, providing their expertise and insights. For instance, the police department will advise us on matters related to public safety and how we can implement codes for tactical design. Community, last but certainly not least, is you, the community. Your role is crucial. You live, work, and play in this town, so you know it better than anyone. Your observations, your feedback, and your vision for the town's future will help shape these new zoning codes. We also have the Planning Commission and Town Council who will ensure the community's perspectives are always considered in the discussions. They will act as a liaison between the project team and the community, bringing your voices to the table. Remember, effective communication is key to the project's success. So, if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas at any point, please reach out to us. We're here to listen and work with you to make the town better. A project of this magnitude and significance requires robust public involvement. Your voice matters to us, and we have designed multiple ways for you to engage with us throughout this process. Public meetings, community meetings will serve as a platform to share updates and seek your input. These meetings will be scheduled at convenient times and locations, and we will provide ample notice in advance. Online platforms. We'll use a dedicated website and social media channels to post updates and collect your comments or feedback. These platforms will allow you to engage with us at your own convenience, even if you can't make it to the public meetings. Surveys and polls. These will be distributed both online to gather your opinions on specific aspects of the zoning code updates. This method allows us to reach a larger audience and gather diverse opinions. Focus groups. We will invite a small group of community members to discuss particular issues in depth. If you have particular interests or expertise in certain areas, we encourage you to participate in these discussions. We want to emphasize that your involvement is not just a one-time event. It's a continuous process throughout this project. We value your input and we need your help to make this zoning code update as successful as it can be. In all the efforts, we commit to clear, transparent communication, respecting all perspectives, and making decisions that reflect the diverse needs and aspirations of the community. This is your town, and this project is an opportunity to shape its future. We look forward to your active participation. Before we delve further into this process, let's take a moment to ensure we all understand what zoning codes are and why they are so crucial. What are zoning codes? In simple terms, zoning codes are the rules that determine what can be built where in a town. They govern everything from the types of buildings that can be built in a specific area, for instance, residential, commercial, industrial, to their size and height, to parking requirements, and more. Why do they matter? You may not realize it, but zoning codes have a profound impact on the daily lives. They influence where we live and work, how we move around the town, the character of the neighborhoods, the location of the parks and community facilities, and even the town's environmental sustainability. They're essentially the DNA of the town's physical form. Impacts of zoning code changes. When we change these codes, we can change the future development and growth of the town. For instance, if we decide to allow more mixed-use developments, that is, developments that combine residential, commercial, and sometimes industrial uses, we could make the neighborhoods more walkable and reduce the reliance on cars. On the other hand, if we decide to protect certain areas from development, we can preserve the town's historical heritage or natural resources. We understand that zoning codes can seem technical and complex, but we'll do the best to make the process as transparent and understandable as possible. We're also here to answer any questions you may have. Remember, this is about the town's future, and we want to ensure everyone has a clear understanding so they can fully participate in the decision-making process. We're excited to get started on this journey together, and there are some key milestones coming up that we want you to be aware of. First, we have scheduled the first online public workshop in early August. The goal of this workshop will be to provide more detailed information about the project and to hear your initial thoughts and concerns. We strongly encourage everyone to attend. The website has been launched and is available to the public. Also, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages have been created to allow for online information. We invite you to ask any questions you may have about the project. Please ask your questions via social media or the website. Your questions not only help clarify things for you but also help us understand what information we need to provide in the future. No question is too small or insignificant. If something is not clear, please don't hesitate to ask. Remember, this is just the beginning of the journey together. We value your input, your questions, and your concerns. Together, we can make this zoning code update a success and create a more vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable town for all. As we embark on this important project, open communication is key. We encourage you to stay in touch, ask questions, provide feedback, and share your ideas with us. Here's how you can reach us. Project Lead Contact. The project lead, Larry Curtis, can be reached at lutherzoningcode@gmail.com. He will be happy to address your questions or direct you to the appropriate person. Online platforms. The project website, lutherzoningcode.com, will be updated regularly with project updates, meeting schedules, and resources to help you understand more about zoning codes. Feedback channels. We want to hear your thoughts about the project. You can share your ideas and feedback through the website, via email, or at any of the public meetings. Remember, this process is about shaping the future of the town, and your voice is a critical part of that. We encourage you to get involved, stay engaged, and help us create a zoning code that works for all of us. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to your active participation in this process.